Hello everybody, and thank you for watching my video. So today I'm going to be talking to you about my favorite 5 fragrances for spring. However, one is not necessarily my favorite, but I'm going to give it a mention anyway because it is an oddball and I just have to include it. So these fragrances are designer fragrances. A couple of them have been discontinued, but I have been able to find them off of fragrance discount websites. So any links that I see, I will provide them down below for you. And if you've not subscribed to my channel, you should definitely consider subscribing because I have so many fragrance reviews. I love fragrance and I review everything. I don't just stick with niche. I also review designer and some indie as well. Whatever I can find and is somewhat affordable. So anyway, first I'm going to start with the worst and then kind of end with the best. So the first fragrance I want to talk about is the oddball that I've been mentioning, and it is Diesel Green Eau de Toilette Feminine, and this is 75 ml that I have. This fragrance I think came out in like the mid-2000s. It's got a really mid-2000s look about it. This box has been in the warehouse, I think, for a while, but I did get this new. It was sealed, and I did try this fragrance, so let's take it out of the box. And one of the notes it actually says that it has, and it says the ingredients here, has camphor in it. And camphor is that really lovely fragrance that you smell after it rains in the spring. Maybe if you also, have it in the fall as well. So this is Diesel Green Feminine. This is the bottle. Looks a bit like a bug spray bottle. Some people really are put off by the bottle. For me, I kind of like it. I like campy stuff. I like a kitsch, all that kind of stuff. And so when you take this out, you pull this apart and you press down on this. I am not going to try it because I don't know whether or not I want to keep this fragrance. So I would like to keep it as new as possible. So this fragrance has a lot of green notes in it. It also has a little bit of rose and a little bit of white florals, but it also has a little bit of that camphor note in it. It smells very, very much like soil. It kind of smells a little bit like pouring Sprite over some soil, or if you've ever were at a barbecue and you spilled some Sprite or 7-Up on the ground and maybe somebody dared you to lick it. I don't know. I'm watching too much of The Simpsons lately. So, but this fragrance, it does linger a lot. It also, you can wear this in the fall if you'd like, because there's a lot of spicy notes in it as well. So there is some like cinnamon and clove and cardamom as well. But I feel like this fragrance is a really good one for spring. It's not sweet at all. It is definitely, in my opinion, gears a little bit towards masculine more than feminine, in my opinion. However, my boyfriend did smell this and he said that it smells a little bit more feminine to him. So that's Diesel Green Feminine. The next one I'm going to talk about is one that is a little bit more sweet, and it is Lolita Lempica. And this is the 2020 version that I have. It no longer looks that much like the apple with the little cute leaf on the end and all the little like swirly designs. But this fragrance is really, really lovely. It's got a lot of anise, and there's some vanilla and a huge amount of violet. It does smell like the color of the bottle. And this fragrance is an EDP, and this is supposed to be very similar to the original formulation back in 1997 when this fragrance was released. So this fragrance does really well in the cold as well. So I would say that this is more of like a springtime evening fragrance, but also I feel like you can wear it like in the early part of spring. We are in the end of March, so it's kind of like it just became spring like a week ago. So I think you'd be totally fine wearing this fragrance, and it's really great because this fragrance has a really big cult following and it's still widely available. So that's Lolita Lempica Original. So next one I'm going to talk about is a little bit more sweet, little too sweet for summer. So some of these fragrances you can transition into summer. I would say 2 of them that I'm going to discuss you can transition into summer, but this one is a little too sweet for summertime. But it is Poison Girl by Dior, and this is the eau de toilette version that I have. This is a little bit more like fresh compared to the eau de parfum, and this fragrance has a huge amount of orange blossom. If you like Armani Code, this is something you probably will like. It also has a bit of bubblegum and heliotrope as well. It smells like kind of a general fruity floral with a lot of like powdery notes to it. It even has a little bit of like a makeup lipsticky kind of scent to it, but it just smells like orange blossoms to me. And orange blossoms are just definitely something you see more in the springtime, and then you see oranges in the summer. And the lasting power on this is pretty good. Dior does it really well when it comes to longevity for eau de toilette, sorry. So I would be reviewing more cherry blossom scents. Cherry blossoms is one of my favorite flowers ever. But all the fragrances that I have that have cherry blossom are definitely more appropriate for winter time. This smell a little bit too warm and heavy for spring. So that's Poison Girl by Christian Dior. And then the second fragrance I'm going to talk about is Mugler's Aura, and this is the EDP that I have. And this fragrance has a lot of green notes in it. It's got violet, and it's also got rhubarb. I'm going to wear this on myself today. It's going to be my scent of the day, and I'm going to let you know what it smells like, because I can't really smell it through here. With caps I can smell, but this I can't. So on my wrist, it's very green and kind of like minty. It smells like a sweeter version of Marc Jacobs Decadence. So if you like Marc Jacobs Decadence, but you're looking for something a little sweeter, this you should definitely try. Now this fragrance, I didn't like it at first. I thought it smelled a little bit like pickles to me, but for me, it really, really grew on me. This is definitely something more for like springtime evenings. It is definitely way too heavy for the summertime. It is quite sweet. It's got a candy, rhubarb, kind of green tea kind of scent to it. So definitely more on like the gourmand side. This is, out of all the ones that I've discussed, I would say that this is like the most gourmand. This is like a little bit gourmand. And then this one is kind of going away from gourmand, but it is a tad sweet. But anyway, that is Aura by Mugler. And then the last fragrance I'm going to talk about is definitely one of my favorite fragrances, and you've seen me talk about this a while if you have subscribed to my channel. And it is Flora Botanica by Balenciaga. And this is an EDP formulation. This is very, very green notes. It also has the note of cannabis, which people love to talk about. But actually, when I wear this fragrance, I don't smell too much cannabis. I'm pretty sure that you will be fine through airport security. I don't think any dogs are going to go after you. And if they are, maybe you just ate something tasty. But anyway, this fragrance has a really stunning bottle. The box is just as equally stunning, with that kind of doesn't really match it, but however, it's really, really lovely. Now this fragrance, if you see it, definitely grab maybe 2-3 boxes, because it is going to be a huge cult following. People absolutely love this fragrance. It is advertised for women, but I definitely feel like a man could wear this as well. It's got like a niche fragrance quality about it. Really lovely. So it also has a little bit of rose and carnation as well, but like the top green notes is what really encapsulate this fresh fragrance, and it really, to me, encapsulates the scent of camphor, because that's what I smell when I smell this fragrance. And I am kind of going through it a bit, and I really have had my eye on getting another box of it. They're still readily available online, but like I said, it has been discontinued, unfortunately. But I have a feeling that they might actually bring it back, because I think a lot of people really, really like this fragrance. And there's also another flanker of Flora Botanica that I'm actually thinking about picking up as well. So when I do pick that up, I'm going to give you a comparison review of both fragrances in another video in the future. So anyway, Thank you very much for watching my video, and do stay safe wherever you are, and have a great day.